Good evening, everyone. Shadow Shirigami here, and welcome to a game called the Stanley Parable. Um, there've been videos everywhere, and yes, I have seen a few of them, but I have not seen every ending, and half of them I do not remember. So, yeah. English, please, yes. No. Computer is still barely visible. Mm. Wait. I want to get the exact second. As soon as it hits 23. 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59. Boom. 2300 exactly. Okay. And there we go. Hello? Oh, it's loading. Begin the game. The end is never the end is never the end is never the end is never the end.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy. And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting.
Ooh, everyone's
or
gone.
say hi. Never in all his years at the company
door's wide
had this
open.
happened. This complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office. But Stanley simply couldn't handle the pressure. What if he had to make a decision? What if a crucial outcome fell under his responsibility? He had never been trained for that. No. This couldn't go anywhere except badly. The thing to do now, Stanley thought to himself, is to wait.
Let me out. Let me out.
Nothing will break me. In here I can be happy forever. I will be happy. Stanley waited. Hours passed, then days. Had years gone by? He no longer had the ability to tell. But the one thing he knew for sure, beyond any doubt, was that if he waited long enough, the answers would come. Eventually, someday, they would arrive. Soon, very soon now, this will end. He will be spoken to. He will be told what to do. Now it's just a little bit closer. Now it's even closer. Here it comes.
What is that? I was seeing if I could interact with the door, with the open door. I was like, huh, you left the door open. Let me out! Let me out! You hear that? Every time I press A, it like presses a key. I wonder. I want to see. Oh. Interesting. Anyways.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. Oh, please. Are you really just doing this for the achievement? Click a door 5 times. Is that all that you think an achievement is worth? No. I can't just give these merits away for such little effort. A measly 5 clicks. Now suppose you were to click the door 20 times. I would say that's the kind of effort that warrants recognition. I have to say, I'm still not feeling the satisfaction of witnessing true effort for a noble cause. Perhaps 50 clicks will do it. Yes, almost certainly 50 clicks.
Alright, here we go.
No, I'm still not feeling it. I want this achievement to have meant something. It has to be a true reward for valiant effort. I want to see some hustle, Stanley. I want to see commitment, a willingness to go all the way, no matter what the cost. Why don't you go put 20 clicks into door number 417?
417? Oops. 417, eh?
Oh, great. Now, go click a few times on door 437. Excellent. I think we're getting somewhere. Now on 5. Let's give it 10 clicks or so.
Where's door 415? Here it is.
Now, back to door number 437.
That door's open. I think it just opened because I saw some weird lighting change there.
Well, I don't know. The copy machine.
Where is that? Oh,
all right,
that's
to room 417. I'm really feeling it now. I think we're getting somewhere. Okay, now go climb on employee 419's desk.
419, eh? Okay. It's 419.
Yes! This is great! You're putting it all on the line, Stanley. I like that. All right, let's keep it up. Go give me a few clicks on door 416. We've almost got it! Now the copy machine, do that one again!
I like how much energy the narrator has on the put it at this.
Finish it off, Stanley! 5 clicks on door 430! Yes! We did it! Oh, wow. That felt amazing. Oh, you really earned it, Stanley. Nothing
Achievement
could hold you
unlocked.
back.
Click
Yes, I'm
on
very
door
proud of
for
how far
35
we've
times.
come today. Just think, only a few minutes ago, you believed an achievement was worth
Achievement
5
unlocked to
little
get your
clicks.
first achievement.
Really now?
Or
What
for
were you
getting
thinking?
any of the other achievements as your first. Wow. I wonder. So I could climb on that desk, right? There's that window there and it looks open. I wonder, can I? Oh, I can.
At first,
Um.
Stanley assumed he'd broken the map until he heard this narration and realized it was part of the game's design all along. He then praised the game for its insightful and witty commentary into the nature of video game structure and its examination of structural narrative tropes. So, now that you're here, what do you think? Isn't this a fun and unique place to be? Why don't we take a minute just to drink it all in? Okay, I'm over it now. What do you think? Are you sick of this gag yet?
Why do I find it so funny?
Then in that case, we'll continue. But now, here comes the real question. What do you think would have happened if you had told me that you wanted this to stop? Do you think it would have been
Ending.
particularly different? Would I have taken the same idea but rephrased it superficially to fit that answer? Perhaps you never would even have thought of it if I hadn't brought up the issue in the first place. Oh, now think about it. Will it be worth it for you to restart and then come back here just to do the other option? Clearly, this whole
Yes.
gag takes some time. What if the other option is even longer? How long will you spend in total just to have heard all the narration? Oh, and this is rich. Perhaps you've just played the other option, and now you've come to see what happens in this one. So, what do you think? Which choice was the better one? Imagine if you had selected continue on your first playthrough, how tantalizing it would be not knowing what happens when you pick the other option. Indeed, you are one of the lucky ones. Though if the other option is really miserable to listen to, then perhaps you're not. In fact, I'm just going to say that no one who's listening to this is lucky. Well, now, I've built up the other options so much that I'm going to stop talking and leave you to your decision whether to come back here, continue with the game, or just sit in this spot forever and ever. Cheers.
Oh, we need more games like this. I guess that means just begin the game again. If it'll load. There we go. It's finished loading. Why is nothing popping up? There we go.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
I wonder.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
What would happen if I...
Please, are you really just doing this for the achievement? Click a door
I actually
5
want to see what
times.
happens
Is that
if I
all
do
that
it
you
again.
think an achievement is worth? No. I can't just give these merits away for such little effort. A measly 5 clicks. Now, at first, Stanley assumed he'd broken the map until he heard this narration and realized it was part of the game's design all along. He then praised the game for its insightful and witty commentary into the nature of video game structure and its examination of structural narrative tropes. So, now that you're here, what do you think? Isn't this a fun and unique place to be? Why don't we take a minute just to drink it all in? Okay, I'm over it now. What do you think? Are you sick of this gag yet? Well, I don't know how to say this politely, but you could literally just restart the game any old time you want, like right now. You could have done it just then. Now would also be an appropriate time to quit. Any of these points and so many more,
Wait,
all
there's
of them
slight-
are appropriate. I'm enjoying what seems to be an internal conflict going on where you are literally unable to act on your own desires to restart the game. So, just to push the envelope,
Achievement
I'm going to try
unlocked.
and
You
make
can't
this
jump.
as
No,
miserable as
seriously, we
possible
disabled
and see
it.
how long you can maintain.
What did it
There once was a man named Stanley, who people considered so manly. But the truth must be told, he was not very old and was quite particularly gangly. What Stanley liked most was buttons. He pushed them like some kind of glutton. He did it all day in a meaningful way, but his brain had long ceased to function.
Not Dr.
Which is
Seuss,
why
anything
he's
but
in
Dr.
this
Seuss,
parable.
anything
And
but that
his
childish
existence
cringe.
terrible. And if you are not strong
Ooh,
and keep
lightning.
playing along,
There's lightning
you
outside right
too
now.
will become quite unbearable.
Oh, what I
You
would
too
give to manage to
become
capture a
quite unbearable.
legit picture of a lightning strike. Is he done yet? Is he gonna give me the ending now? Nope. Okay. Okay, since so far I've liked what I've gotten with the narrator, I'm gonna go ahead and if it, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and obey him because I know there are like multiple choices, and I'm just gonna go ahead and obey him.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
How to just solve a dispute with a coworker. Let it ball up inside you, take it out passive aggressively on other coworkers, resent coworkers for not supporting you more. I like that. Okay. Can I? Oh, yes I can.
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track.
I wonder, if I just stay here.
There was nothing here. No choice to make, no path to follow.
Yep.
Just an empty broom closet. No reason to still be here.
The only reason there is for more dialogue. I'm just gonna stay here to see, wait till the dialogue
Baffling
ends.
that Stanley was still just sitting in the broom closet. He wasn't even doing anything. At least if there was something to interact with, he'd be justified in some way. As it is, he's literally just standing there doing sweet FA.
What's FA? Call.
Are you really still in the broom closet?
Yes.
Standing around doing nothing? Why? Please offer me
Why?
some explanation here. I'm
Why?
genuinely confused.
Why?
You do realize there's no choice or anything in here, right? If I'd said Stanley walked past the broom closet, at least you would have had a reason for exploring it to find out. But it didn't even occur to me because literally this closet is of absolutely no significance to the story whatsoever. I never would have thought to mention it. Maybe to you this is somehow its own branching path. Maybe when you go talk about this with your friend, you'll say, "Oh, did you get the broom closet ending? The broom closet ending was my favourite." I hope your friends find this concerning.
Honestly, I'm concerned with myself, so...
Stanley was fat and ugly and really, really stupid. He probably only got the job because of a family connection. That's how stupid he is. That or with drug money. Also, Stanley's addicted to drugs and hookers. Well, I've come to a very definite conclusion about what's going on right now. You're dead. Got to this broom closet, explored it a bit, and were just about to leave because there's nothing here, when a physical
Except
malady
dialogue.
of some sort shut down your central nervous system, and you collapsed in front of your screen. The situation is this.
The only way I collapsed in front of my screen was from
The
laughter.
responsible thing is to alert someone nearby so as to ensure that your body is taken care of before it begins to decompose. Hello? Anyone who happens to be nearby? The person at this computer is dead. They have fallen
I
prey
got
to
that
any
computer
number of
jokes
your
on you.
countless human physiological vulnerabilities. It's indicative of the long-term sustainability of your species. Please
Hey Google. Indicative definition.
Here's the definition of indicative. Serving as a sign or indication of something.
Okay.
remove their corpse from the area and instruct another human to take their place, making sure they understand basic first-person video game mechanics and filling them in on the history of narrative tropes in video gaming, so that the irony and insightful commentary of this game is not lost on them. All right, when you've done that, just step out into the hallway.
Okay.
Ah, second player, it's good to have you on board. I guarantee you can't do any worse than the person who came before you. You too? Unbelievable. I'm at the mercy of an entire species of invalids. Perhaps there's a monkey nearby you can hand the controls to. Fish? Fungus? Look, you can hammer out the details. I'm not particularly picky. I'll just be waiting for when you're ready to pick up the story again.
Okay.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
After that one, I'm just tempted to see if I can, like, glitch the game any or else. Well, I guess it's intentional. What's in here? Can I open this? Money in the morning, money in the evening, money for breakfast, money crisp. Why is that written in the bathroom? Weird. Okay. What's in here? They said Stanley. I don't know why I'm in here. How far is it gonna go? Okay. I guess that's just a bunch of elevator music, then nothing really special or important.
Stepping into his manager's office,
Dang it.
Stanley was once again stunned
I knew that
to
there was
discover not
was
an
gonna
indication
close.
of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held
Wait,
from him?
there's
What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this. Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
Loading screen, loading screen. I hate loading screens so much.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long. Whoops, nope, never mind. Stanley actually got back into the elevator and went back up. Why did Stanley do that when he knew that it would just lead back to his boss's office? Well, that's a great question. I just can't wait to find out.
Oh, I just had a thought. If I can still input more numbers into, or other numbers into that,
Here we are, Stanley. It's your boss's office. Exactly the way it was before you got onto the elevator. It's still just exactly what it is. What a decision you've made to come up here and look at the office again. This has fleshed out the plot of the story in new and fascinating ways I could have never anticipated. It's that keen eye for storytelling that you have, an incisive rapid fire of critical plot points, one after the other, weaving a rich tapestry of uncompromising narrative.
no, it's just me being a child.
I'm bolted to the edge of my seat.
No, it's just me being a child. But also, here's what I wanted to do. Okay, 6. Dang it. I don't know, maybe the guy's some sort of like devil or something.
Incredible. Now
Dang
he's
it,
getting back
dang.
into the elevator and going down again. Ladies and gentlemen, how does he keep coming up with all of this?
I want to see if I'll have anything more to say if I go back up. The loading screen is annoying, but this is too comedical.
Did you think we were going to go forward down the spooky corridor? No. It's time once again to go back up in the elevator. I can't even begin to grapple with what might be up there. Is it the boss's office again? Or what if it's the boss's office this time? The suspense is killing me.
Why am I finding this so funny? I normally have much harder time finding some things funny.
Oh my god. It's the boss's office. This absolutely changes everything for me. Give me a time out here for a minute while I process this.
Actually, wait.
Okay, I'm prepared to embrace this stunning revelation and to move forward with... No! No, wait! No! I need more time to process.
No, 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 no. No. Great. He's just punishing me now. He's just punishing me now. This is what I
All
get
right.
for trying to see all
I
the
have
dialogue.
fully come to terms with it. I have made space in my worldview for this astonishing new reality. As before, I turn to your expert eye for gripping narrative, Master Stanley.
I wonder if there's some sort of secret code on the keypad though. Like seriously.
Of course. Going back down in the elevator. How did I not anticipate it? I mean, sure, now it's obvious, but you have to understand that 30 seconds ago, this kind of thing had never been attempted before. I had no frame of reference to even anticipate it. That's just how revelatory Stanley's decision-making is. A breath of fresh air in a landscape of storytelling that has grown stale and repetitive.
I'm gonna go back up one more time. I'm just gonna keep going up and down. Like, I'm gonna just keep going down and then back up and into the boss's office and just keep going back and forth until he runs out of dialogue. Nope, he's out of dialogue. Okay. Actually, it's not.
You know what?
Oh.
I just thought of something. Hold on, let's stop for a moment. Don't you realize? It's the anticipation, Stanley. You and I, we have no way of knowing what will be at the top of this episode. Suspense. The agony of waiting and anticipating and having to guess, that's the real thrill. Oh, I simply don't want to let that feeling go. It's so precious, so fleeting. Why don't we take this elevator ride nice and slow?
Now I actually want to
There we
know if
go.
like he's just gonna
Isn't this
change
so
that.
much more exciting? You know, Stanley, it
Soon.
seems nowadays
point.
the only thing that audiences want is to be shocked as loudly and frequently as possible. They want big, explosive moments flung right in their faces from the very moment that things get started. But where's the tension? Where's the trust in the audience to build a slow and nuanced appreciation for the story, the characters? Why aren't we given time to imagine the surprises, to have to think and to anticipate, and then to marvel at the eventual reveal? This is storytelling, Stanley. What now? This is the most exciting narrative to be developed in years. And it's
Ooh,
really
that was
all
creepy
because of
sound
you.
that just played.
You're the one who took this bold step of revisiting the exact same locations over and over. Truly, I mean it. This is unique and different. It's not like anything else out there. You see, I want stories that surprise me, Stanley. I want to have to think. I want to be engaged and not pandered to. We're being fed such unimaginative drivel, all know it, which is why we're so
What's that?
starved for it makes us feel sharp and vital and alive. That's why people like you so much, Stanley. Because you're not afraid to spit in the face of tradition. You're a role model, you
Me.
know? People look up to you.
Yes.
Which is why, oh, I didn't know when to spring this
A
on
lot
you,
of
but
people.
gathered a little press conference for you, so that you can talk about your work and your storytelling and your life. Yes, I know you're not much like I, but I thought it would especially mean a lot to the people who have been you from the beginning. They really look up to you, Stanley. I don't know if you realize the impact you have on them. This is the kind of gesture that might leave a tremendous impact on them for the better. Oh, good, we're here.
He did change it. Wow. Okay. I feel like I'm the first YouTuber to have actually done.
This conference around the corner here somewhere.
Wait a second. Wait a second. Am I allowed to? Go back down. Ooh, there's a door. No, I wanna see what's behind. Okay, fine.
Ah, yes, here it is, just through this door. All right, are you ready?
Stage,
I've
welcome
told them you're
Stanley.
going to speak a little bit about the nature of
Stanley,
surprise in
right there.
storytelling. And what
Almonds,
it means
chair,
to
gum,
craft a
table,
truly
nut bar.
unpredictable narrative. Oh, don't worry.
Well, nut
You'll do
job.
great. Just be yourself and speak from the heart. I'm really proud of you. Okay, it looks like go get 'em.
Hey, how's everybody doing tonight? Welcome, welcome. Let's get this started. Woo! Yeah! And I'm deaf. I know I said that with like no enthusiasm, but like, I would have if I was like currently on my own. I would have probably, but I done that with more enthusiasm. But hey, an ending's an ending. Oh, I'll be right back. Alright, there we go.
A soft wind blew outside and perhaps rain started, and if it did, it stopped shortly after. Stanley hoped that he would one day see weather.
No, this is different. Wait. You saw that input thing, right? Oh, it's not there anymore. Is it on another computer? Oh, yes it is.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
I'm checking every door.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's. Oh no, no, not again. I won't be part of this. I'm not going to encourage you. I'm not going to say anything at all. I'm just going to be patient and wait for you to finish whatever it is you enjoy doing so much in this room. Please take your time.
I wanted to see if he'd say and if he'd like remember or if he'd like, you know,
Coming to a
not remember.
staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his
Okay, yeah,
boss's
I'm gonna
office.
progress with the story now. Actually, hang on.
Stepping in,
I broke the game. I broke it. The narrator has nothing to say. The narrator just cut himself off and just stopped talking. What have I done? Well, down the stairs I go. I can't even open this door. Oh, I broke it. Either I broke it or this is like meant to design as like a possible something you're allowed to do because as soon as I like can't was like nope or denied it, it like the narrator just completely stopped talking. Should we go see what's at the end there, or should we just go ahead and disobey?
all of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
No, I'll just go ahead and continue to obey.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
He boarded up the broom closet. Wait. He actually boarded up the broom closet. Oh. Okay, I think when I cut him off, I think I was supposed to exit through there. Because I think the door would have closed behind me. And I think I was supposed to go back or something.
The moment he entered his manager's office, Stanley froze in his tracks. Not a living soul anywhere. Stanley was in such a rush to get through the story as quickly as possible, he didn't even have a single minute to just let the narrator talk. That kind of anxiety isn't healthy, so he relaxed for a few moments with some calming New Age music.
That's actually decent. That's not half bad. This is something I can listen to while I try to go to sleep.
Feeling soothed and rejuvenated, Stanley calmly walked forward into the opened passageway. Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
No. This is escape. I'm escaping the story.
Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death. The door behind him was not shut. Stanley still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track.
Okay. I want to see if he has more dialogue, but I also want to see if he has dialogue from me returning too.
But of course, Stanley thought better of it and realized he simply had too much to live for.
Camera. There's a camera there. Okay, I know what I should be pressing that button, but I was given the opportunity to climb up here and...
Aha! You've made it to the bottom of the mind control facility. Welcome! You see, back when the Stanley Parable first launched in 2013, getting to the bottom of the mind control facility was a bug that we simply didn't catch during development. And you all sent us lots of photos of it on Twitter and acted very superior about it. And you're all very, very clever. Good for you. Anyway, when it came time to update the game, we knew that we had to do something about this little goof of ours. So here you go. New content. You can call it the bottom of the mind control room ending, if that enhances your perception of the value of these updates. Isn't that what you crave? New content? Always more content, more content.
I know what I said.
More. And I'm here to give it to you. I'm
I know
here
I
to
said I was
make it
gonna
seem
obey,
like
but...
we really covered every nook and cranny of the game with secrets and Easter eggs. How about this? We wrote a new piece of music just for this section. You won't hear it anywhere else in the game. It's a secret that's just for you. That's how special you are. We call this track, Good Job You've Made It to the Bottom of the Mind Control Facility. Well done.
Good job, you did it. Good job. 3, 2, 1.
The music is good, the lyrics suck.
You made it to the bottom of the mind control facility. You jumped on the catwalk. You should have been careful. You should have been careful. It used to be a bug, but now it's an ending. Now it's an ending. I believe in you.
This is making me
I believe in
cringe.
your ability to cross this
Just
barrier.
remove the singing, leave the instrumental, and boom. You got a good bit of music.
You did it. Good job. You did it. Good job.
I guess these
You did
lyrics
it.
are
Good
meant to
job.
be
You did it.
cringy.
Good job. You did it. 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 Good job. You did
This
it.
sounds like it's going more than 5 times. Okay. Okay. This time we will obey, okay? And just covering everything, okay? I'm just trying to cover everything on the way
How
there.
long was I sitting there? Stanley wondered to himself. Minutes? Days? Centuries? Did something crucial happen while my senses were turned? He made a note to be more careful with time from now on. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he... Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
In the next stream, I'm gonna try going down to the bottom there. Oh! 1 second. Yeah? Okay. Okay. Sorry about that.
Okay, I think we all know the drill by now. Blah, blah, blah. Dark secrets, the keypad. Stanley pushes some buttons. Oh, hey, look, it's a new passageway. Quelle surprise.
So he does remember. Yep. Okay. After this,
Stanley walked
we'll
straight
end it
ahead
here.
through the
I'm gonna
large
go
door
ahead
that
and-
read Mind Control Facility. The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out? Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature
It's
revealed.
that one.
Each bore the number of an employee in the building,
2 through 4.
Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant
It's just
nothing.
crossed out. Yeah, it's fired, but that one's just crossed out. Does that mean east?
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly? No. He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable. Wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
I am. Yep.
But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
Mind controls idle, waiting input. There's music.
Blackness and a
making
rising
me think
chill
of
of
Subnautica.
uncertainty. Was it over? Yes. He had won. He had defeated the machine, unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him, for it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door. Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
Yay. Time to disobey. Achievement unlocked. Beat the game. Complete the Stanley Parable. I haven't completed the game at all yet. End is never the end is never the end is loading. Never.
Wait, Stanley thought to himself. Am I sure that the orders stopped coming in? How is that possible? They never stopped. Surely I was mistaken.
Oh, right there. Input received. I think I unintentionally got that one. Oh, wait, first. Oh, there was a really long hallway right there. Probably missed something because of that. What happened? Where am I? How do I... Where's the narrator? I guess he's not around.
Just a step through this door, Stanley thought to himself, that's all I need. If I can make it through this door, I can make it through them all. No matter how Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Let's see if he'll have anything to say about me just clicking on everything.
Stanley went around touching every little thing in the office, but it didn't make a single difference, nor did it advance the story in any way. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire
Employee
it.
lounge.
Ah, yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been
Yes.
worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room.
I want drink.
Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all in.
Relaxing. There we go.
Yes, really, really worth it being here in the room. A room so utterly captivating that even though all your co-workers have mysteriously vanished, here you sit looking at these chairs and some paintings.
Yes.
Really worth it.
Any more dialogue?
At this point, Stanley's obsession with this room bordered on creepy and reflected poorly on his overall personality. It's possible everyone left. Stanley sat around waiting for more dialogue, but when a long time had passed and there was no more, he decided that the game was trying to send him a message.
Okay, I'm going. First I want coffee. Dang it.
But at last, he'd had enough of the amazing room and took the first open door on his left to get back to business.
Do not lie. If you're lying right now, stop.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Do not jump from the cargo lift while it is in motion. Will cause death. Penalty for misuse of cargo lift, $1,000. Penalty for jumping off the cargo lift, $5,000.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps
Good job
in
suing
his
me.
eagerness to prove that he is in control of the story.
Good luck suing me
no one
when
gets
I'm
to
dead.
Tell him what to do. Stanley leapt from the platform and plunged to his death. Good job, Stanley.
Ouch.
Everyone thinks you are
Everyone
very
thinks you're
powerful.
very powerful. Yes. Yes, because you can't sue someone that's already dead. You can't find someone that's already dead. And so then who are you gonna find? Like... Especially if they have no family or anything like that. You can't really find anyone in that case.
Even
Well, I
now,
mean, I guess you could
Stanley's
just blame
office
it on
is a
someone else
distant
and find
memory.
them instead,
What did it
in
look
which...
like? There was a computer, perhaps, and a painting. Was it a painting or a photo? He could no longer recall.
Or in which case, what did I say?
When Stanley
Yeah,
came
in
to a
which
set
case
of
that
two
would just
open
be the
doors,
one
this was
person
not
being
the
a
correct way to the
jerk.
meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Wow. Yes. This room.
Now to see if he says anything
what a
different
beautiful room.
for me
What
sitting
a
in here
gorgeous,
again.
gorgeous room.
Again.
Thank goodness Stanley had taken this detour on his way to the meeting room. Life without having experienced this room was now too horrible even to consider. Yes, really, really worth it being here in the room. A room so utterly captivating that even though all your co-workers have mysteriously vanished, Here you sit looking at these chairs and some paintings,
Okay.
but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Yeah,
Look,
there's
Stanley,
nothing
I
right
think
there.
perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley.
Ooh, I can't get there.
Someone... What? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others?
Yes.
Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance.
Okay, it's a door. But there.
Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door. Aha!
Okay.
Perhaps you misunderstood. Stanley walked through the red door. I still don't think we're communicating properly. Stanley walked through the red door.
No, I closed the red door. Dang it, I can't close it. Oh, right here.
All right, fine. Go ahead, Stanley. You want to know so badly what's out there? You want to find out what lies at the end of this road you've chosen? Well, don't
Okay, I
let
have
me
to go
stop you.
after this. Well, actually, I have to go right now. Ooh, bad timing. Okay. We're pausing right here. I have it paused. I will make sure it doesn't close. So first thing I do when I get home tomorrow is starting this back up. Okay? Okay. So like usual, I hope you guys had a great time. I'll see you in the next one. And if you're enjoying a nice little lightning storm right now, you are one lucky person. I mean, everyone experiences one, but still, you're lucky. You're always lucky when you experience one. It's always perfect. Anyways, like usual, hope you guys had a great time. I'll see you in the next one.